Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. I have been sharing with you my professional experience in various verticals. Today I propose to share with you my experience as a cost auditor. This relates to oil and gas industry, and I am going to talk to you today about a downstream oil company. The company is basically a refinery unit. The ingredient is crude, and about 13 products are produced as joint products. For the purpose of preparing this B1 in the annexed cost audit report, we have a finished product, opening stock, closing stock, self-consumption, and quantitative adjustments. As far as opening stock and finished and closing stock of finished products are required, we have this physical verification. Our representatives participate in the physical verification. There are also physical verification report signed by internal auditors of the company. So on this basis, the quantity of opening stock and quantity of finished goods can be objectively verified and measured. And as far as production is concerned, quantity of production, the ERP of the company, it will indicate the quantity produced, and this is basically an input by plant engineer. So quantity produced is also a measurable product and verifiable from the software of the company. And the company has been following the practice of showing some quantities as quantitative adjustments. When we inquired the company, the records for quantitative adjustment, we were informed that there are no records for that, and it is basically indicating that some stocks are lost in flare at the time of production. Then it was explained to us that as for example, for about 100 tons of crude oil to be refined, about 92 to 95 tons of only different products will be produced, and different 8 or 5 tons of crude oil wasted, that is being shown as stock adjustment. And since about 13 products are produced, for each product they show the proportion of it, the proportion of that product produced to total quantity produced. But then we couldn't accept this. Whatever material ingredient lost in production cannot be reduced from finished goods. The purpose of part B1 statement is that after the finished product is produced, whatever difference in stock happening on account of some other factors like weather conditions, moisture, or some loss of stock, or some stock being becoming old, obsolete, only those quantities can be shown there. That means only after the loss of finished goods, those quantities can be shown, and whatever lost during the course of production, those we take as material loss. We take either as normal loss or abnormal loss. Normal loss are actually whatever cannot be avoided in the normal course of production. Whatever abnormal loss are due to abnormal factors. All these were explained to the company, and they were told that whatever the actual production as per ERP record, that should be taken as actual production, and quantitative adjustment cannot be added to that to arrive at notional production. But then the company maintained that has been the practice for so many years, and They were also saying that other companies in the industry are also following that. They said they have the concept throughput, and for the purpose of MIS analysis internally, they take throughput to be same as total production or total output. But then after different discussions at different levels of management, the company was impressed that for the purpose of B1 quantitative statement regarding opening stock, closing stock, and quantity produced, the adjustments, stock adjustments can be only whatever stocks lost after the production and not during the course of production. This point I want to highlight because the company told us that that is the practice, that's a wrong practice actually, where they take the input as the output, and from that they reduce the stock loss on account of flare during the process of production, or some other loss during the course of production. They take as a stock adjustment after the production. So this one point I want to highlight now. And then another aspect in that company was that they had two refineries. One, a large refinery capable of huge capacity, and another refinery with a smaller capacity. But then even that smaller quantity, sometimes that refinery could not sell in the outside market. They used to transfer it to the main refinery, since the main refinery had storage space. And sometimes the smaller refinery used to sell to outside parties also. So what they were doing, whatever sales outside parties, to that they were adding whatever inter-division transfer they are making to the main refinery godown, and showing that as sales of the smaller refinery. And in the books of the main refinery, they were selling whatever output received from smaller refinery and kept in a godown, whatever sales they are making to outside parties, that they are showing as sales of the main refinery. Thus, these inter-division transfer from a smaller refinery to main refinery got duplicated in the sales of the company. The sales of the company as per the costing record was higher than the sales of the company as per the financial record. It was pointed out to the company that sales to the outside parties only, sales to external parties only can be shown as sales of the company, and whatever inter-division transfer from one unit to another unit cannot be shown as sales of the company, and that had to be removed from the sales. And then here also the company was saying that they had been following that practice for quite some time, and but then after discussion with very high authorities of the company, they were convinced that the sales as per the costing record cannot exceed the sales as per the financial record, and whatever inter-division transfer cannot be shown as sales of the company. But for the purpose of the internal analysis, they can always take for the purpose of revenue recognition for the smaller refinery, they can take both transfer to main refinery and also the outside sales by the smaller refinery for the purpose of analysis of revenue recognition and cost and profitability margin analysis for internal purposes. But for the purpose of cost audit and for all purposes, only the external sales by the company to outside party should be taken as sales. So these two aspects I want to share with you today. There are so many other important points of discussion that I will be covering in my next talk. Thank you.